The Nevada desert stretched out like an endless carpet of sand under the scorching sun. Jagged, barren mountains jutted into the deep blue sky, creating a desolate yet captivating scene. Amidst this vast desert lay a small town called Dust Devil, where life moved slowly and quietly. Shrouded in whispers of the mysterious Area 51. Not far from its outskirts, Dust Devil wasn't a famous tourist destination. It was mostly home to workers from the nearby airbase, miners, and a handful of locals who had long made this land their home. The Starlight Diner, situated on the town's main street, was a favorite gathering spot for the residents. With its red leather booths, polished wooden counter, and walls adorned with photos of stars, the Starlight Diner exuded a classic charm reminiscent of roadside diners in 1950s America. On a sweltering July evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of orange, pink, and purple, Ethan walked into the Starlight Diner. He was a tall man with short, chestnut-colored hair and piercing blue eyes, dressed simply in a plain t-shirt and faded jeans. He had a casual air about him, yet his demeanor carried an unspoken strength and mystery. Ethan was a test pilot for the U.S. Air Force stationed at the nearby base, known for his eccentricity and fascination with the mysteries of the universe. At the same time, seated by the window, Sarah was engrossed in a thick book on astronomy. A young astronomer with long black hair and bright brown eyes. She wore a plaid shirt and khakis, looking both intelligent and unpretentious. Sarah worked at an observatory atop a mountain near the town, dedicating her life to studying the cosmos and unraveling its vast mysteries. Ethan ordered a black coffee and sat at a table near the counter. He glanced at Sarah, noticing how engrossed she was in her book, her eyes glinting under the diner's warm yellow lights. Intrigued by her and the book she was reading, Ethan couldn't help but feel curious. A while later, when Sarah lifted her gaze from the book, she caught Ethan looking at her. She offered him a polite smile, which Ethan returned with a friendly one of his own. Deciding to satisfy his curiosity, Ethan approached her table. "Hi," Ethan said warmly. "I'm Ethan." "Hello," Sarah replied, closing her book. "I'm Sarah. I noticed you're reading about astronomy," Ethan said, gesturing to the book on the table. "I'm quite interested in the universe too." "Oh. Really?" Sarah asked, her eyes lighting up. "Are you a fan of astronomy?" "Yes." Ethan nodded. "I've always been drawn to the mysteries of space. I truly believe there's life beyond Earth." Sarah was slightly taken aback by his statement. She had encountered many perspectives on the topic but seldom someone with such strong conviction. "That's an interesting viewpoint," Sarah said cautiously. "As a scientist, I base my work on concrete evidence. But I wouldn't rule out any possibilities." Their conversation began from there. They talked about the universe, the stars, and distant planets. Ethan shared his thoughts on extraterrestrial life and the UFO phenomena he had witnessed. Sarah listened intently, occasionally asking questions or offering scientific insights. Despite their differing perspectives, they found common ground in their shared passion for exploring the universe. Ethan admired Sarah's intelligence and deep knowledge, while Sarah appreciated Ethan's sincerity and unrelenting curiosity. Time flew by, and as the clock struck 10 p.m., Sarah realized it was time to return to the observatory. "I really enjoyed talking to you," Sarah said to Ethan. "I hope we meet again." "Likewise," Ethan replied. "Maybe we can stargaze together sometime." "That sounds like a great idea," Sarah smiled. See you around. As Sarah left the diner, she left Ethan with a whirlwind of thoughts about their chance meeting. He felt an odd sensation. A sense that their encounter was more than mere coincidence. He felt Sarah might be someone special. Someone who could share his passion and quest for the mysteries of the cosmos. After their chance encounter at the Starlight Diner, Ethan and Sarah began spending more time together. They discovered they shared many common interests. Especially their boundless passion for the universe. Ethan, with his vivid imagination and strong belief in extraterrestrial life, was always brimming with questions and theories. Sarah, grounded in solid scientific knowledge and logical analysis, sought explanations based on evidence. Their contrasting approaches created fascinating and captivating conversations. A few nights later, Ethan invited Sarah to an astronomical observation spot he frequently visited. It was an open area far from the town, where the lights couldn't dim the beauty of the night sky. When they arrived, the night had already blanketed everything, leaving only the crescent moon illuminating the rugged dirt road. The night sky resembled a black velvet tapestry embroidered with thousands of twinkling stars. Ethan set up his telescope. A large and powerful one. Sarah, with her experience working at the observatory, quickly helped him adjust it and locate familiar constellations. Together, they gazed at distant planets, shimmering star clusters, and the ethereal beauty of the Milky Way. Look. There's the Orion constellation. Sarah pointed toward the sky. It's one of the easiest constellations to recognize. Yes. Ethan replied. I've always wondered if there's a planet with life in that star system. Technically, it's entirely possible, Sarah said. Scientists have discovered numerous exoplanets, some of which lie in habitable zones. Their conversation drifted to the latest discoveries in astronomy. Projects searching for extraterrestrial life. And the universe's unresolved mysteries. Ethan shared stories of unidentified flying objects he had seen during training flights, objects that moved at speeds and in patterns inexplicable with current technology. I know it sounds crazy, Ethan admitted. But I truly believe we're not alone in this universe. Sarah remained silent for a moment, gazing at the night sky. I understand your curiosity, she said. The universe is so vast. We can't possibly know everything. There might be things science hasn't explained yet. Under the faint moonlight and the desert's whispering winds, a special bond began to form between Ethan and Sarah. Ethan was drawn to Sarah's intelligence, profound knowledge, and calm demeanor. He felt at ease sharing his innermost thoughts with her without fear of judgment. As for Sarah, she admired Ethan's sincerity, passion, and dream-filled heart. She saw in him not just a believer in wonders but a kind soul with an unyielding thirst for discovery. On another night, as they admired the Milky Way stretching across the sky, something strange happened. A streak of light zipped across the sky at an incredible speed, leaving no trace behind. Did you see that? Ethan asked, his voice filled with awe. Sarah nodded, her eyes still fixed on the sky. What was that? I don't know, Ethan replied. It was too fast. Unlike any shooting star I've ever seen. They remained silent for a moment, searching the sky for any other signs. But the night returned to its serene stillness. This phenomenon only deepened their curiosity and fueled their desire to explore further. Their stargazing nights became an integral part of their lives. They shared knowledge, thoughts, dreams, and even fears. The bond between them grew stronger. Like the stars in the night sky, bright and eternal. They weren't just companions united by a shared passion, they became partners on a journey to uncover the mysteries of the universe. Discovering true love in the process. The strange phenomena in the sky, though unexplained, became part of their love story, a unique imprint that sparked their curiosity and inspired their quest for answers. The stargazing nights continued to be the thread that bound Ethan and Sarah together. Not just emotionally but also through a shared goal, uncovering the mysteries of the universe. They spent hours observing the skies, discussing astronomical phenomena, and sharing thoughts on the possibility of extraterrestrial life. For Ethan, the belief in aliens wasn't just a hypothesis, it was a firm conviction. Strengthened by his personal experiences as a pilot. For Sarah, though a scientist rooted in evidence, the wonders of the universe, things that science had yet to explain, were undeniable. On a moonless night, when the sky was pitch black, Ethan and Sarah decided to visit a new observation site deeper into the desert. Far from the lights of Dust Devil, they sought a broader view of the sky, hoping to discover something extraordinary. Ethan brought his powerful telescope, while Sarah brought her laptop and some measuring equipment. Once their gear was set up, they began their observations. Ethan focused on spotting constellations and planets, while Sarah recorded data and noted celestial phenomena. The silence was palpable, broken only by the soft rustle of the desert wind through dry shrubs and the chirping of nocturnal insects. Suddenly, a brilliant streak of light appeared in the sky, cutting across their view. The object moved at an astonishing speed, faster than anything imaginable, tracing a sharp curve against the black backdrop. It made no sound and vanished within seconds, leaving behind an eerie silence. Ethan and Sarah exchanged stunned glances. They had just witnessed something neither could explain. "Did you see that?" Ethan asked, his voice trembling with excitement. I did," Sarah stammered, her eyes still fixed on the spot where the object had disappeared. "What was that?" "I don't know," Ethan replied. But his voice carried no doubt, only awe and curiosity. "It wasn't a shooting star, or a plane, or anything I've ever seen." A shiver ran down Sarah's spine. She felt a confusing mix of fear, curiosity, and exhilaration. As a scientist, she always sought logical explanations for every phenomenon. But what she had just witnessed seemed to defy the bounds of current science. Ethan glanced at Sarah and noticed the uncertainty on her face. "Are you okay?" he asked. I don't know," Sarah admitted. "I've never seen anything like that. It makes me feel unsettled." "I understand," Ethan said, placing a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "I've felt that way before. But I believe there's an explanation for everything. We just have to find it." In that moment, a shared determination formed in both their minds. They would investigate the phenomenon they had just witnessed and seek answers to the questions haunting them. "What should we do?" Sarah asked. "We start digging," Ethan said firmly. "We'll gather information. Look for reports. Talk to others who've seen similar phenomena. We won't stop until we find the truth." Sarah nodded, a fire of determination igniting in her eyes. She knew this would be a challenging journey. But she also knew she wasn't alone. She had Ethan by her side, a companion who shared her passion and thirst for discovery. From that night onward, Ethan and Sarah's lives entered a new chapter. They were no longer just lovers but researchers. Explorers in search of answers to one of the greatest mysteries of the universe, the existence of extraterrestrial life. The UFO sighting strengthened Ethan's conviction. driving him to pursue his belief with even greater resolve. For Sarah, the event opened a new door of perception, making her view the world with a newfound curiosity and openness. They embarked on a journey to uncover the truth, a path that would lead them to surprising discoveries, potential dangers, and challenges that would test their love. Together, they faced the unknown, bound by their shared mission and an unshakable bond, venturing into the vastness of the cosmos in search of answers. After the night they witnessed the unidentified flying object, Ethan and Sarah embarked on a serious journey to uncover the truth. They decided to approach the issue from multiple angles, combining scientific knowledge, local lore, and information sourced from the internet. First, they visited the local library, which housed a collection of old newspapers and books about UFOs and unexplained phenomena. They discovered reports of UFO sightings in the area, some dating back to the 1950s, coinciding with the establishment of Area 51. These accounts described strange, fast-moving flying objects with unusual shapes and flight patterns, much like what they had seen. Next, Ethan and Sarah began speaking with local residents, especially those who had lived in Dust Devil and surrounding areas for many years. They heard strange stories about mysterious lights in the sky, eerie noises emanating from the desert at night, and enigmatic encounters with men dressed in black. An elderly man named Joe, who owned an auto repair shop in Dust Devil, recounted a time in the 1970s when he saw a triangular object hovering silently over Area 51. It disappeared within seconds without a sound. Another local, Mary, who worked at the Starlight Diner, shared stories she had heard from her father, a former employee of the nearby airbase. She mentioned secret areas within Area 51 where advanced technologies were being studied, possibly related to extraterrestrial beings. These stories, while often mystical and difficult to verify, provided Ethan and Sarah with critical clues. They began to realize that what they had witnessed was not an isolated incident but part of a larger, meticulously hidden puzzle. Rumors about Area 51 became increasingly prominent in their investigation. Officially recognized by the U.S. government as a classified military facility, it had long been at the center of conspiracy theories about aliens and UFOs. Many believed that Area 51 housed evidence of extraterrestrial life or was a site where humans and aliens collaborated to develop advanced technologies. As they delved deeper, Ethan and Sarah began to encounter signs that someone, or something, was watching them. They noticed a black car frequently parked near their home or the places they visited. They also received strange late-night phone calls with only static on the other end before the line went dead. One day, while Ethan was researching UFO sightings online, his computer suddenly shut down. When he restarted it, he discovered that several files, including notes and images he had gathered, had been deleted. These incidents left Ethan and Sarah feeling uneasy and anxious. They realized they were venturing into dangerous territory, uncovering secrets that some were intent on keeping hidden. However, they were also determined not to give up. They believed that the truth mattered and vowed to continue their quest until they found answers. During one conversation, Sarah shared her concerns with Ethan. "I feel like someone's watching us. All these things happening. I'm not sure if we should keep going." Ethan took Sarah's hand and looked her straight in the eye. "I know it's dangerous, but I believe we're doing the right thing. The truth needs to be known. And I don't want to stop, especially not with you by my side." Ethan's words gave Sarah the strength she needed. She knew they were facing immense challenges but believed they could overcome them together. From then on, they became more cautious. They limited what they shared with others, implemented security measures for their computers and phones, and remained vigilant about their surroundings. Their journey to uncover the truth entered a new phase, one fraught with suspicion and secrecy but fueled by determination and hope. The journey to uncover the truth about UFOs not only brought Ethan and Sarah closer to the mysteries of the universe but also drew them closer together emotionally. The sleepless nights spent researching, the intense discussions about their discoveries, and the moments of anxiety when they felt watched all wove an invisible yet unbreakable bond between them. Throughout their investigation, Ethan and Sarah shared not just information and theories but also their deepest feelings. They spoke about their concerns for their safety, doubts about what they were doing, and their hopes for a future where the truth would be revealed. One night, as they sat together under the moonlight, Ethan opened up about his fears. "I'm scared that we're getting in too deep," he admitted. "I'm afraid we're putting ourselves in danger." Sarah took his hand and looked into his eyes with empathy. "I'm worried too," she said softly. "But I believe we're doing the right thing. And I believe we can overcome anything together." Her words comforted Ethan immensely. He felt grateful to have her by his side, sharing the burdens and fears with him. He realized their love was not just romantic but a source of strength, a steadfast anchor that helped him face every challenge. For Sarah, she too noticed a shift in their relationship. She no longer saw Ethan as just a companion sharing her passion but as a man she loved and trusted deeply. She admired his sincerity, courage, and kind heart. She knew he would always stand by her, protecting and supporting her in every situation. Their time together wasn't solely filled with tense discussions about UFOs and mysteries but also moments of peace and joy. They stargazed together, shared childhood stories, and spoke about their dreams for the future. In each other's arms, they found solace and tranquility, as if all worries and dangers disappeared when they were together. One evening, while sitting on a hill overlooking Dust Devil, Sarah shared her dream with Ethan. "I've always dreamed of exploring distant planets, searching for signs of extraterrestrial life," she said. "I want to understand this vast universe." Ethan gazed at her with admiration. "I believe you can do it," he said. "You're a brilliant and passionate scientist. I'll always support you." Ethan's words filled Sarah with renewed determination. She felt more confident in her abilities and knew she wasn't alone in pursuing her dreams. Their love grew deeper with time. They shared not only joy and happiness but also their fears, doubts, and worries. They became each other's pillars of strength, standing together through every difficulty and challenge. During one heartfelt conversation, Ethan told Sarah, "You know, ever since I met you, my life feels so much more meaningful. You're my motivation, my inspiration. I don't know what I'd do without you." Sarah smiled, tears welling up in her eyes. "You've shown me a different world. A world full of mystery and wonder. I love you, Ethan." "I love you too, Sarah," Ethan replied, pulling her into a tight embrace. In each other's arms, they felt a profound connection, a genuine and everlasting love. They knew that no matter what happened, they would always have each other, ready to face any challenge and uncover the mysteries of the universe together. Their love became an integral part of their journey for the truth, a flame that warmed their hearts on long nights and a source of strength to overcome every obstacle. Ethan and Sarah's journey to uncover the truth entered a more perilous phase. Signs that they were being watched became increasingly evident, leaving them anxious and uneasy. They could feel an invisible presence monitoring their every move, like a shadow constantly lingering behind them. The strange late-night phone calls persisted, filled with unsettling static and followed by ominous silence. The mysterious black car continued to appear near places they visited, parked at a distance as if silently observing them. Ethan and Sarah began to feel apprehensive every time they left the house, always glancing around, alert to potential threats. One evening, as Ethan drove Sarah home after a research session at the library, a large truck suddenly swerved into their lane, forcing their car off the road. Ethan slammed on the brakes to avoid a collision, leaving them both shaken. The truck sped away immediately, leaving Ethan and Sarah with rising suspicions and fear. "Did you see that?" Sarah asked, her voice trembling. "They did that on purpose." "I think so," Ethan replied grimly. "We need to be more careful." After the incident, Ethan and Sarah decided to enhance their security measures. They installed surveillance cameras around their home, changed the passwords on their computers and phones, and limited the sharing of information with others. They also agreed on safety protocols, such as avoiding going out alone at night and always informing each other of their schedules. One time, while Sarah was alone at the astronomical observatory, she noticed a strange light near the restricted area of the airbase. Using her telescope, she observed a peculiar flying object hovering in the air. She quickly recorded images and videos of the object. But suddenly, the observatory's power was cut off, rendering all equipment non-functional. When the power was restored, the object had vanished. Sarah immediately called Ethan to recount what she had seen. Both felt uneasy, realizing they were getting closer to the truth, but also that the dangers they faced were growing more significant. The series of dangerous incidents left Ethan and Sarah tense and on edge. They lived in a constant state of vigilance, wary of what might happen next. Yet, they refused to give up. Their love and trust in each other became their source of strength, helping them navigate the challenges they faced. One night, as they sat together, Ethan held Sarah close and said, "I know things are really hard right now, but I promise I'll always protect you. We'll get through this together." Sarah leaned her head on Ethan's shoulder, feeling warmth and safety in his embrace. "I trust you," she said. "I believe we'll find the truth." The tension and suspense continued to build, but it also strengthened the love and bond between Ethan and Sarah. They knew they were up against a mysterious and dangerous force, but they also knew they weren't alone. They had each other, and that was all they needed. The signs of being watched, the dangerous encounters, and the unresolved mysteries created a tense and suspenseful atmosphere that surrounded their story. Ethan and Sarah were forced to act cautiously, always prepared for the unexpected. They understood that their journey to uncover the truth wouldn't be easy, but they were determined not to give up, no matter what challenges lay ahead. After days and nights of relentless searching, Ethan and Sarah finally uncovered crucial clues, shedding light on the unidentified flying object they had witnessed. These discoveries not only reinforced their belief in the existence of extraterrestrial life but also brought them closer to a carefully hidden secret. One of their most significant breakthroughs came from a former employee of Area 51, who contacted them through a secure, anonymous channel. This individual, for safety reasons, wished only to be known by the codename Deep Sky. Deep Sky provided Ethan and Sarah with classified documents, including photos, videos, and audio recordings, which clearly revealed the existence of a covert extraterrestrial research program at Area 51. The documents revealed that the U.S. government had recovered debris from a crashed alien spacecraft as far back as the 1940s. They had conducted extensive research on alien technology, attempting to decode and adapt it for military purposes. Another unexpected discovery came from Sarah as she analyzed astronomical data collected from her observatory. She identified anomalies in the orbits of several artificial satellites. These satellites appeared to be influenced by an unidentified gravitational force, causing their trajectories to deviate. Sarah suspected that this gravitational anomaly might be caused by an extraterrestrial object hidden near Earth. These discoveries marked a turning point in their journey. Ethan and Sarah were no longer mere truth-seekers grasping at vague notions, they now had concrete evidence supporting their beliefs. However, the evidence also raised more questions. Was the unidentified flying object they had witnessed connected to the secret research program at Area 51? Was the gravitational anomaly Sarah had detected proof of another alien spacecraft nearby? Most importantly, what was the purpose of the extraterrestrial presence on Earth? As they dug deeper, Ethan and Sarah faced increasing challenges and obstacles. They were under tighter surveillance. The strange calls persisted, and unexpected incidents continued to occur. They knew they were venturing into dangerous territory but remained steadfast in their determination. One night, while examining the documents provided by Deep Sky, Ethan stumbled upon a critical detail. One of the photos showed a flying object identical to the one they had seen, being transported into Area 51. This confirmed that the object they had witnessed was not a natural phenomenon but a product of alien technology. "This is it," Ethan exclaimed, his voice filled with excitement. "This is the evidence we needed." Sarah was equally elated to see the proof. She knew this was a significant breakthrough in their journey. However, their joy was short-lived. Shortly after, they received a call from Deep Sky, who sounded alarmed. "You need to be careful. They know about me. They're coming for you." The call abruptly ended, leaving Ethan and Sarah with an overwhelming sense of dread. They realized they were now in imminent danger. These shocking discoveries propelled the story into a critical turning point. Ethan and Sarah had gathered compelling evidence, but they were also facing escalating threats. The narrative transitioned into a new phase, filled with drama and tension, as they prepared to confront the forces determined to bury the truth. The sense of curiosity, suspense, and anxiety reached a fever pitch, setting the stage for the thrilling developments to come. After a long period of searching and gathering information, Ethan and Sarah finally uncovered critical pieces of the mysterious puzzle. What they discovered was not only shocking but also incredibly dangerous, revealing a truth that had been meticulously hidden for years. They found evidence that the unidentified flying object they had witnessed was neither a natural phenomenon nor a secret technology from any other nation. It was, in fact, an alien spacecraft. The evidence they collected, including military pilot reports, photos and videos captured by witnesses, and leaked government documents, pointed to an undeniable truth: extraterrestrials had been visiting Earth. Even more startling was their discovery that the U.S. government had been aware of extraterrestrial existence for a long time. The government had recovered debris from crashed alien spacecraft and conducted secret research on their technology. Area 51 was not just a military base, it was a covert research hub for studying extraterrestrial life. This revelation left Ethan and Sarah shocked and overwhelmed. They couldn't fathom how such a massive secret had been concealed for so long. They were also deeply concerned about the potential consequences if this truth were to be exposed. As the truth began to surface, the external pressure on them intensified. They felt more closely monitored than ever. The strange late-night calls persisted, and the mysterious black car continued to lurk nearby. They received veiled warnings from strangers, advising them to stop their investigation. The mounting pressure also tested their relationship. They worried for each other's safety and sometimes argued about whether they should proceed with revealing the truth. "I'm afraid we'll be in danger if we continue," Sarah said during one heated discussion. "They'll do anything to protect their secret." "I know it's dangerous," Ethan replied. "But I can't stay silent. People deserve to know the truth." Despite their fears and disagreements, their love and trust in one another helped them persevere. They understood that they were facing a pivotal decision, one that could change their lives and potentially the world. They decided to share their findings with an investigative journalist they trusted. The journalist agreed to help them expose the truth but also warned them of the risks involved. Before making their final decision, Ethan and Sarah had a serious conversation. They understood that revealing the truth could lead to unpredictable consequences. But they also believed it was the right thing to do. "We could lose everything," Ethan said. "But if we stay silent, we'll lose our integrity." Sarah nodded, tears brimming in her eyes. "I agree. We have to do what's right." In the end, Ethan and Sarah made the most important decision of their lives. They chose to expose the truth about extraterrestrials and the government's hidden secrets. They knew the road ahead would be fraught with challenges and dangers. But they believed that the truth would ultimately prevail. In this chapter, the external pressures reached their peak, testing the courage and relationship of Ethan and Sarah. They faced a shocking reality and made critical decisions that would determine their fates and possibly that of the world. The tension and suspense were brought to a crescendo, setting the stage for a dramatic and meaningful conclusion. After careful consideration, Ethan and Sarah finalized their plan with the investigative journalist to reveal the truth. They decided to release the evidence they had gathered through a series of articles and a televised interview. They hoped that by bringing the information to light, they could protect themselves and others from the dark forces trying to conceal the truth. However, their plan did not go smoothly. Just before the first article was set to be published, the journalist suddenly disappeared. Ethan and Sarah tried to contact him but received no response. They sensed something was wrong. "Something's happened," Ethan said to Sarah, his voice filled with worry. "They've made their move." Sarah nodded, her face pale. "We have to act immediately," she said. "We can't let them stop us." Ethan and Sarah decided to take matters into their own hands. They copied all the evidence they had and sent it to multiple media outlets, including major newspapers and national television networks. They also uploaded the information online via websites and social media platforms. Their actions caused a massive uproar. The public began questioning the secrets the government had been hiding. Protests erupted across the country, demanding transparency and justice. However, the dark forces were not willing to back down. They used every tool at their disposal to suppress the truth. They spread misinformation to mislead the public, issued threats to those involved, and even resorted to violence. Ethan and Sarah became their primary targets. They were relentlessly pursued, forced to flee and go into hiding to stay alive. Their love was put to the ultimate test. During one escape attempt, Ethan and Sarah were surrounded by a group of men in black. They were attacked and came dangerously close to being captured. Fortunately, they managed to escape with the help of a kind local. "We can't keep running forever," Ethan said to Sarah after they reached safety. "We need to stand and fight." Sarah nodded in agreement. "You're right," she said. "We need to show them we're not afraid." Ethan and Sarah resolved to confront the dark forces directly. They used every resource at their disposal, from scientific knowledge to survival skills, to fight back against their pursuers. The climax of their story unfolded in a breathtaking showdown at Area 51. Ethan and Sarah infiltrated the secret base to uncover the final pieces of evidence and expose the whole truth. They faced strict security systems, dangerous traps, and heavily armed adversaries. During this confrontation, their love shone brighter than ever. They were willing to sacrifice everything for each other, protecting one another from danger and overcoming every obstacle together. In the end, with bravery and determination, Ethan and Sarah succeeded in revealing the entire truth about extraterrestrials and the government's secrets. The public learned the reality, and those who had hidden the truth were held accountable. Their journey had been fraught with danger and uncertainty, but their unwavering resolve and love triumphed. Ethan and Sarah had not only changed their own lives but also altered the course of history. After the intense showdown at Area 51, the truth was finally revealed to the world. The evidence Ethan and Sarah had gathered was made public, leaving the government unable to continue its cover-up. The secrets of extraterrestrials and covert research were exposed. This revelation sent shockwaves across the globe. The public was filled with confusion, curiosity, and outrage. They demanded explanations and transparency from the government. Investigations were launched. Those involved were prosecuted, and the hidden truths began to surface. Ethan and Sarah became heroes in the eyes of the public. They were praised for their bravery, perseverance, and commitment to fighting for the truth. They had proven that the power of truth could overcome even the darkest forces. However, their lives were forever changed. They were no longer ordinary people but symbols of truth and freedom. They continued to speak out about extraterrestrial matters and the mysteries of the universe, inspiring people worldwide. Their relationship had endured severe trials. Together, they faced dangers, challenges, and immense pressure. Their love grew stronger and deeper than ever, proving that true love could overcome any obstacle. Sometime after these events, Ethan and Sarah returned to the astronomical observation site where they had first witnessed the UFO. They wanted to enjoy a peaceful night under the starry sky after months of tension and danger. As they gazed at the shimmering Milky Way, Ethan said to Sarah, "You know, I've never regretted what we did. I believe we did the right thing." Sarah smiled and rested her head on Ethan's shoulder. "Neither have I. I believe the truth is always worth it." They sat in silence for a while, savoring the tranquility of the moment. Suddenly, a strange light appeared in the sky, reminiscent of what they had seen before. But this time, the flying object didn't disappear immediately. It hovered in the air for a while before slowly flying away. Ethan and Sarah looked at each other, both feeling a strange sensation. They didn't know what it was, but it felt like a message, a greeting from an extraterrestrial civilization. The story ends here, but the questions remain. Will the extraterrestrials return? Will the government continue to hide other secrets? What will humanity learn from these events?